Hey, I heard you made the most money ever made ever. I want to be you.
Sure.
Hey, I heard you saved a whole school of babies from a burning tree and also raised them all to be doctors. You are amazing.
Yeah.
You live such an amazing life. Please tell me your secret.
What's even the point of it? Life goes up, life goes down. But I'm always dealing with something. You just deal. You just deal. When you have time to actually breathe in air, with silence, you just deal. That's life. You just deal. And when you have fleeting moments of silence, that's your break. I bet many of you guys heard this very common quote. Hard times create strong men create good times. Good times create weak men create weak times. A quote quoted by G. Michael Hoff in one of his novels that supposedly explains the pervasive cycle that our history runs on. And it makes profoundly perfect sense of why that quote hums so much truth to it. Hard times affect everyone. You have to be not weak during hard times. You can become weak during a hard time, you're basically going to be edged out. But when stuff gets too fun, obviously people get too relaxed and they become lazy. They get caught up in the ecstasy of the moment and they feel like they don't need to do much because the way it is right now, nothing to it. Just enjoy, sit back, and relax. We don't need to be acting that tough anymore. But then that never-ending cycle just keeps going on and on and on. Personally, from my own perspective, fuck war, fuck hard times. We all go through hard times. But there is a simple human quality that us men can engage in at most times of our lives to keep us working hard while also having fun and not suffer from hard times. Suffer from great times at all times. And that is with our enthusiasm, our intense approval for whatever goes on within our own individual lives. Maintaining your natural enthusiasm within life can make or break a man within his hardest points of his own life. Men could be faced with unemployment, losing their family, losing limbs, all of their money, just completely stripped away of everything they worked hard for. But down to it, the last thing to lose, really, is your enthusiasm. And if you lose that after everything, it's inevitable for you. If you lose sight of your enthusiasm as a man, your natural vibration as a human lowers completely and is abysmal to the society around you, to ultimately everything in your life. With us humans, with our natural frequencies, it's measured on our well-being, how we feel and how we act. And very simple, as it is for all of us men within life. The happier and more productive you are, the higher your frequency is. Ultimately helping you heal through your past traumas under your greatest potentials in your life. Net fuel to our natural human vibration is enthusiasm. Now, a great trick for us men to maintain our natural enthusiasm within life is to take a lot of stuff within life at face value. To take it as what it appears rather than taking it apart and almost trying to find an issue with something. Say you just lost your job, you've been working there for almost a decade, you're a good employee, you believed you'd done nothing wrong. You knew that management was a little squirrely at times, but you maintained that job perfectly. And all of a sudden you lose it. Well, what are you going to think about that from there? You're going to start questioning why you lost it. What did I do wrong? Did I leave a bad taste in someone's mouth? How long is it going to take me to find a new job? The market doesn't seem that well right now. I am so scared. How am I going to pay my rent? How am I going to pay my food? How am I going to take care of my family? How am I going to wear the clothes? Or are you going to take it at face value? It sucks that you lost your job, but you realize that management was a lot more squirrelier than you can account for. You did your job perfectly fine, but there was a bunch of miscommunications, and then all of a sudden abruptly layups had to happen and you got caught in the rough of it all. You have enough cash stashed away for now to maintain your bills, your food, whatever you possibly need at this direct time, this present time. Of course you're going to take a hit, but it's not that big of a deal. You have just enough time to maintain whatever's going on to look forward on to something better. With the amount of knowledge you have on that awesome head on your shoulders, you'll be able to walk back on your feet into a new position within a couple of weeks. If it takes another week, just do a little bit of a different approach, gearing towards what will bring more productivity towards a new job. Everything's going to be perfectly fine. Everything's going to be taken care of. If you really think of it, this is an opportunity. Think about what you were missing out on your last position that you just got laid off on. Now gear it towards that next new job. I guarantee you'll find it. I guarantee satisfaction will roll out to you. You are awesome. You're a good man. And you know how to accordingly announce yourself within any type of setting appropriately. Ready. enthusiastically. Of course, I've preached in a lot of my videos that men are prone to take action over establishing more emotional capability, taking action and then feeling the emotional effects after it. But really down to it, all of us individuals are formally pushed through our emotional capabilities to pursue action, to pursue something to happen within our lives. This is again why I explain, like, us men should be taking a lot of stuff in our lives with face value, and that includes emotions. If it's making you feel bad, don't think it. If it's making you feel good, only think it. Think of it as if you're feeling horrible of what's going on in your life as the most, like, rotting food. Like, you take a big bite out of a sandwich and, like, the cheese is all molded, the meat is spoiled, the bread is moldy, there's flies all around it, and you just immediately spit it out and puke everywhere. Then think of those greater emotions as the best meal you've ever had. Just a nice big juicy steak, medium rare, cooked perfectly, down to the last bite. It's the same exact thing as feeling susceptibility to actual physical pain. You have to heal it. It's there. It's painful. You have to acknowledge the pain there. But you have to slowly etch out of it. Keep enthusiasm about it. Say, like, you break your leg, you have to go to physical therapy to get your leg up to speed so you can walk correctly from the injury. Same type of deal. Face value. You're injured? Let it heal. But have enthusiasm through it all. Because you're going to overcome this. And you're going to be better than before. With the quote I just explained at the beginning of this video, it's full-blown, ideally centered around men's enthusiasm. Because during hard times, what are you going to do? You can't just dwell upon it, because then you'll just be literally abysmal. Because literally you'll be forgotten within existence. That's why in our past history, when men went through hard times, they had to find ways, fight for ways to maintain enthusiasm. Their countries had to enforce enthusiasm, enforce that natural willingness of hope. Because again, taking it as face value, if everything going around you is making you think that these things around me are so abundantly coming at me that this is creating such hard times for me and I'm really feeling the effects from it, are you really feeling the effects from it? You, individually. Why? Really think that. Why are you being affected by this? And if you feel like you're getting affected by this, what are you going to do to not be affected by this? And it's by having enthusiasm.
Saint Perigine, patron saint of all forms of cancer. We ask you for your help in asking God to heal my cancer and keep it in remission. Pray for me so that I may live a long and faithful life.